Hey there. Welcome to a quick stretch and relaxation. We'll start seated, so get into a nice comfortable seat. And then with your next inhale breath, rise your shoulders up towards your ears and exhale, send them back and down. Again, inhale, hiking the shoulders to your ears, and exhale, melt them down your back. One more time. Inhale, rising them high. Exhaling, sending them away. Sitting up tall, dip your chin towards your chest and begin to trace your collarbones from shoulder to shoulder with the chin. Just moving in half neck rolls here, beginning to loosen up along the neck and around the shoulders. And this might feel perfect for you and really be exactly what you need, or you might transition into a full neck roll, moving all the way around. And just taking it slow, whichever option you choose, really feeling what your body's telling you about stress we've got going on here. The next time your chin is at your chest, you can begin to circle in the opposite direction, moving slowly, trying to release any stickiness or tension around these muscles, just so we feel a little more light, a little more free after our stretch today. The next time your chin is at your chest, just begin to lift the chin, neutralizing the neck. Sitting up tall, reaching the arms all the way up overhead. Take a big inhale, getting long in the body. And exhale, twisting over towards the right, taking your opposite hand on the knee. Inhale up to center, and exhale, twisting over to the left. We'll continue with this rhythm. Inhale to neutral, arms alongside ears, and exhale, twisting over towards the right. Inhale, reaching fingers up to the sky, and exhale, finding that sweet twist. Inhale, returning up to center, and this time we're going to hold as you twist towards the right, taking the left hand to that right knee, the right hand anchoring behind you. Relax your shoulders, and with your exhale, twisting from the belly, rotating to the right. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale into your twist. With your next breath in, unraveling, reaching the arms next to the ears, neutral, and then twisting over towards the left one last time. Again, shoulders down, relax down through both sit bones. And as you exhale, imagine twisting your belly button towards the left, up through the ribs, up through the chest, and through the shoulders. Wringing ourselves out, rinsing our organs. Inhale, reaching nice and tall. And as you exhale, this time take your right hand off your mat to the right, reaching the left arm overhead. Yeah, and you can lean over towards the right as we move into a sideways stretch, staying there, or maybe taking it one step further, placing your left hand on the back of the head. Wherever you are, roll the left shoulder onto your back. Really reach through your side waist. Deep breath. With your inhale, returning up to center and floating all the way over to the other side, landing the left hand down and the right arm reaches up and over any amount. This can feel so amazing as it is, so stay here if it suits you. Maybe taking the palm to the back of the skull to enhance things more, reaching the tip of the elbow towards the sky. Everybody extending through the obliques, through the intercostal muscles in the ribs, really finding that side body. Inhale, coming all the way up to center, reach the fingers up, and then exhale, take the arms out and down. Transitioning now from seated onto our hands and knees into tabletop, the shoulders over the hands, the knees over the underneath the hips. Then cat-cow cycles. As you inhale, arc the spine, belly comes down, chin lifts. And the exhale, tuck the tailbone round your back and pull your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, arc the spine, pull your chest forward, lift the chin, open the throat. And exhale, press into your hands, lift your belly button up towards your lower back. Flowing like this for 2 more rounds, inhaling through to cow. And let your exhale flow you through to cat, letting the breath guide the movement for 1 more round. Just moving slowly without any rush in the world. With your next inhale, find neutral in your 4 points. Then we're going to ground through the left hand and reach the right arm out to the right, and then lift it up as high as you can towards the ceiling. So you'll start to feel this more deeply in that right shoulder as you reach your right hand high, threading the right hand underneath so you come to land on the outer right shoulder and the right side of the face. Keep your hips up nice and high, and this will help to stretch through the outer shoulder. Stay there. You might take the left hand up towards the ceiling, and you could place the left hand on your lower back or even wrap it around to your outer right hip. So just do what works. There's no right or wrong. There's no better or worse. Making your way back up onto your hands and your knees. To reset, we'll take 1 more round of cat-cow. Inhale, arcing the spine. Exhale, rounding the spine deeply, shoulder blades away from the spinal column. Back to tabletop, rooting down through your right hand. Take your left hand out to the left. And then as you inhale, start to lift that left shoulder over the right, left hand high. Really breathing into the shoulders here. And then begin to thread that left arm underneath the right arm, coming to land on the outer left shoulder. Just make sure there's no weird placement of the neck. There's no kinking of the neck in this shape. Stay here. Maybe you add the right arm in, right hand lifting. Maybe the right hand anchors on the low back or reaches around to grab onto that outer left hip. Shoulders are stretching. Lots of action here. Breathe deeply. Pressing back onto your hands and your knees. Up onto hands and knees in tabletop position. Take your knees together, take your feet together, tuck all 10 toes, and then start to sit back on your heels. So if it's too much, you can have your hands on the floor in front of you. So a little more, we're going to place the hands on the thighs, and here to stretch out the toes and arches of the feet. And the feet get forgotten a lot, so this is a great way to really give them some love. Make sure your shoulders are not tense. Relax any friction in the face. Soften through your mouth and jaw. Let your feet open. And come forward onto your hands. Untuck the toes and lightly pat your little toes on the floor. And there's going to feel lots of fresh circulation there. It'll feel amazing for the feet. Into melting heart pose, walk your hands forward and then begin to lower your chest towards the floor. So your forehead may or may not find the floor in this shape, and that's no problem at all. This stretch is to open the shoulders and the chest. Maybe exhaling out the mouth to prevent any stress building in the face and the jaw. Letting your armpits melt towards the floor, working on the range of motion around your shoulder joints. Gripping your mat with your fingers, pull yourself back up, and then we'll take it to a downward dog. Tuck the toes under and send your hips to the sky. Once you're there, begin to bike pedal the feet. Alternate bending one knee and the other knee. Giving some love to the calves and the hamstrings. Just feeling our way out here. Noticing what our body has to say. Maybe saying hi to the body today. Three-legged downward dog. Go ahead and take your right leg up towards the sky, reaching. And then as you exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. And sometimes that takes a couple of steps. Once it's there, lower your left knee down, kind of in a low lunge. And you might cushion your left knee with a dish towel or a cloth. Set your hands on your right thigh, lifting your shoulders up. And you're just going to start to feel this in your hips. So for sure, this can be a great place to explore and stretch. You might want to reach the arms up as we explore a low lunge. So this is great for the psoas. We've got an extension on the left side. We've got a flexion on the right side. So you might feel it on one side more than the other, and you might feel it on both sides. Breathe into your sweet hips. Frame your right foot with your hands, moving into a half split. Shift your hips back so they stack over your left knee. We're going to start to extend that right leg, and do not worry if your right leg is bent. I know mine is for sure here. Hamstrings tend to be tight. Just a couple of breaths to create a little length in the back of the leg. Returning to a low lunge, and then we'll take it to downward dog. So tuck the back toes and send the right leg back. You might want to explore a little more movement, see how that's all landing in your body. And we'll gear up to do that on the other side. Left leg's going to lift this time. 3-legged downward dog stretch. And then as you exhale, pull your knee forward and step up between your hands. Or a couple steps. Right knee lowers. Once the legs are where they need to be, hands to your left thigh. Start to melt your pubic bone forward and down. Love the sensations present. Great. Stay. Or option to take the arms up beside the ears. Good. Stretching the hips. Engaging the core, lightly lift the belly button in. Breathing into what you experience. Place your hands down, half splits. We're going to start to scooch the hips back and straighten the left leg any amount. So I know after all these deadlifts Bailey has us doing, our hamstrings tend to be a little tight. So that's what we're here for. We're here to stretch. Just to prevent injury, to find balance in our body. Patience with these muscles. And returning to your lunge, and we'll step this time to child's pose, opening your knees mat width apart. Drag your hips back to your heels, and then just placing the forehead down on the floor, or maybe on one of your hands or both hands. Let your hips drape towards your heels. Lots of space between your thighs for your belly to breathe more deeply. And I love the feeling of having the forehead on the floor. Just a moment to become more grounded in our day. Just letting yourself be here in your body, in this shape, just for a moment longer. As you're ready, easing up, and then we're just going to swing the legs around, come to sit. And then lie down on our backs. We finish up here. Lie down. Take your arms out wide beside you. With the feet on the floor and the knees bent, begin to windshield wiper the knees from side to center and side to center. Just in your own time and rhythm. There's no rush. This is like the best treat we can give to our lower back, washing away any irritation or strain. You can do this for as long as you like, until there feels like there's just freedom and space down in the low back. Moving on to thread the needle, cross your right ankle onto your left thigh. You might simply place your right hand on your right knee, guiding it away from you to stretch. Or you may take it deeper and lift the legs, clasping the hands behind the left thigh. Externally rotating the right hip, shoulders anchored to the floor. Close your eyes. And stretching. And then releasing the feet back down and simply switching to the other side. So after all these great booty workouts, I know for sure my glutes are tired and sore. So this is the best way to stretch out our glute muscles, glute mid, big glute muscles, all of them just opening up here for a moment. Release your feet down and then set your feet about shoulder width apart on the mat and lean the knees against each other. Set your hands around your belly button. So just kind of point your fingers and thumb fingers touching on the hands around the navel. And then close your eyes. And as you inhale, breathe down into where your hands lie on the body. And as you exhale, breathe from that place too. As you inhale and your belly expands, your hands might slip away from each other just a little. And then as you exhale, the fingers will come towards each other. Belly empties. Inhale, expansion through the belly. Exhale, hands grow closer. Belly softens. Doing this just a few more times. Filling and emptying the tummy, slowly savoring the breath. Whenever you feel like it's the right time, roll over onto one side of your body in fetal pose. Notice how you feel after a short stretch. And using your hands to gently press yourself up to sit. I hope you feel fantastic, clear, calm, and energetic. Bye.